Women in relationships know when to be quiet. Oh my God. Are we live?
Yeah.
Oh, it's about 7:59. Okay, don't start this call. I'm telling you, baby, it's you.
Why would you say that? Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Good. Be allergic to me then. Good.
I'm not allergic to you. I'm
Stay away
allergic
from
to
me.
your smoke. Okay, you know what? That's why we separated.
Whatever.
Do you really want me to put that out there? That's why I live across the hall now. The tea helps. My chemistry has changed since I was sick. That hurts. Man, now you looking at this face again? You mad? No, because you was looking in his face like, I'm sorry. Did you take the BT? Well, you know what?
Don't.
You don't take.
Don't.
I'm saying.
Don't. We don't need to talk about that right now.
Okay, well, you should have took it. Okay, it is. It's 8 o'clock. Hi, Facebook family and friends. Okay, well, we were having a little. Whatever, man. Hi, Facebook family and friends. I'm T. Hatchett, and this is. And we are the
What up,
Hatchett
y'all?
Chronicles. He's messing up my image.
Whatever.
My beautiful image. How's everybody out there? Nobody's on yet. I'm waiting for somebody to come on. Because
what up, y'all?
I hate to repeat myself. I really don't like repeating. This cause is just trying. Oh, look. My cup, my hat. I ain't going to say nothing that I got proof that I'm favored.
Whatever. Anyway, she texted her, told me.
She's in school until 8, so she's probably just getting out of school.
Till 8? It's 9.
No, it's not, baby. It's 8.
Oh, it's 8 o'clock. Yeah, that's right.
Oh my goodness.
I'm tripping.
Yeah, you are.
The pain.
Okay. Well, when she said,
what's up, y'all? What's the deal?
How's everybody doing? I didn't call Valerie to see how she was doing. I can text her while we're on. I guess everybody's a little late.
Well, I got some new endeavors.
Oh, you do? Well, tell us about it. Give you a shameless plug, baby.
Working with my man Darren Deek. He got some nice stuff coming. As a matter of fact, he used one of his songs for your Sunday morning worship anthem, right?
Yes, I do. Darren Dees. Yeah, we are warriors.
Yes, that's a nice song.
Yes, it is. And
what else? I got some new stuff coming up with a couple of my homies from back home in North. I got some new stuff getting ready to jump off with them. I'm ready to do a joint with my man Mikey Moolah. Shout out to UConn. Shout out to Gotti. You know what I mean? Shout out to Street Fame. This is a new endeavor that I'm jumping in with. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. What else, man?
You can tell about Millie Mills,
but Saturday. This coming Saturday, I'll be on the Millie Mills, DJ Millie Mills Vega, Set It Off show on D Wild Music Radio. I'll be on that show at I'll start at 10 p.m. So I'll be there from 10 to 11. I think I'll be on from 10 to 11. Come check me out, man. Y'all know how I give it up. We're going to get it in. I'm going to play some joints. Hey, Val.
Thank you very much.
Boy, I'm giving my shout out. Don't do that.
See, I'll tell
you. Just can't wait.
They say I'm not her favorite, but this is proof. This was one of my gifts. This was from 2 years ago. My cup. Who's her favorite? But I'm not going to say anything. I'm just saying I got proof. That's all. Anyhow, go ahead. I can't find you, baby.
So, with that being said,
I'm putting in the website so y'all can. I have spent all day updating the website, but baby, I have you from 10 to 2 because you didn't give me the right information.
I said.
You said what? What, baby?
You have to change it. It's gonna be from 10 to 11.
Okay, well, I am so sorry that I got the wrong information. But y'all, I put in the website for the updates. The only thing that's wrong is the time that he's going to be on Saturday. So I will change that tonight probably. But you can go on the website. It is very, very updated. I spend all day today updating. We haven't put the packages in yet, but we will be putting the packages in soon. For the radio packages, the recording studio packages, and also AIM packages, because AIM is coming up with some packages too, and AIM will be, look out for AIM. In 2022, we're doing big things this year.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of shows coming up. Wait till y'all check out Mixtape Mondays, man. I got some things we got some things that's gonna jump off with that, really.
Okay, Val, I will. Also, I'm gonna call you after the show because we need to talk about getting some content for Sister Talk. We're in the new year, so I've been doing reruns.
Yeah, it's time to get back to work.
Yeah, it's time to go back to work. Hey, Clay, how are you?
Clay, what's up? How you, bro?
I have been spending most of my time trying to get caught up because when I was under the weather, we kind of let everything go. So now I'm trying to get caught up, but I'm almost caught up. So just check with the website because we got a lot of things going on. As my husband said, Darren Deese, I am so excited about a gospel artist. Guys, if y'all listen to my Sunday morning worship with Minister T. Hatchett, I'm using one of his songs as my theme song, but he got more stuff to come. I mean, that's one of my favorites. But
he is a super
my
dope,
goodness,
talented artist. He really is a dope artist. He's talented, and I've been knowing this brother for 25 plus. That's crazy. Every time I talk about somebody I work with or that I know, it's always 30 years, 25 years, 15 years. I don't know. Those are the people that I keep around me, and those are the people that never burn bridges with me. That and I never burn bridges with them. I could call and we could get it done at the drop of a dime, baby. Oh, I fell into it.
Yeah, but look out for him because quiet as he kept. He's gonna be a UTR. He's gonna be a sensation. He's gonna be a UTR client. So
all that.
Yeah, he will. Quiet as he kept.
Yo, the brother's dope though. He is dope. He is mean, and his style of gospel is definitely what we need.
Amen.
Amen. It's what we need because it's not. And I'm not knocking gospel music at all when I say that. So it's not the old school gospel music. It's not,
what do you call it? Trap.
Trap music.
It's just.
It feels so good when you listen to it.
Yeah.
It just feels good, and you can definitely praise the Lord off of it because it just gives you the spirit of the Lord because of what He's saying, the way He sings it, and salute to Darren Deek. Mm-hmm. Darren Deek. Deacon Darren. It's Darren Deek as Deacon, but he takes the last part off and just call himself Deek.
That being said, are we ready to get into the subject, or do we have more things to talk about? Listen, I didn't say anything about our book From My Rib because honestly, I was sick. We haven't been working on it. I am on the last chapter, but I've been trying to get caught up with what we got going on. And so in order to, I first have to get caught up, and then I can go back to the book. But hopefully, I can finish it maybe by the end of February. If I keep
caught up. It'll be done before that.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay. You heard it from Boss Man, my king. He said it'll be done before that.
Be done before that.
Are we ready to get started with the?
I guess so. Is everybody? Who else is?
They're coming in slowly.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely.
Where's Eunice?
I just tagged Eunice.
What about the Poom Poom Slayer, Chris Allen? Yeah. There's Darren Deep right there. Salute to Untitled Records. Also.
Hi, son.
Happy birthday, son.
Birthday boy is coming. Not yet, but happy birthday. Did you see my Facebook message I left? I miss my son. He doesn't come to visit us anymore. He don't know where Georgia is anymore.
Yeah, he better find his way. What's up, Daniel? I love you, man. What's happening, son?
And so, also, wait. I'm weak. I love you. Always weak. I lost you. Okay. Everybody's coming in slowly. Let's get to the subject because the subject is very interesting. No, don't be bad.
No, Lord.
Let's get to the subject. The subject is a woman being in a relationship, knowing when to be quiet. Now, I was trying to wait for everybody to come in because I want to hear from people like Valerie and James and hey, how's Steve doing? I haven't heard from Steve in a minute.
Steve texted me something today. Somebody text Steve, tag Steve Guy.
Stevie G.
Stevie G.
Because this is a very interesting topic. Because, we as women are known to sometimes men say that their wives are
pain in that,
cackling and nagging all the time and always got something to say.
I have the luxury of not having to actually. I don't have to put up with that.
And you have a nagging wife.
I'm thankful. Thank you, Jesus. Because that right there, well, boy, I'm telling you, a nagging wife will make you listen.
I think that it is about how you handle situations. I always felt like, well, no, not always. Okay. I think that I have grown a lot in this relationship. And what I have learned is that
don't get on my nerves and you'll be all right.
No, that's not it. That's not it. What I have learned is that you have to pick your battles, first of all. And you don't need to talk all the time. Sometimes what I've always said was known don't need to be explained. So all the time you don't need to talk. Sometimes you need to just fall back. Yeah. And if you trust your mate, you know, what's the point in all the time having something to say? You know, it's just not necessary.
So when is the time
To shut up?
Yeah, I'm playing Angel's Advocate over here.
Okay, so this is what I feel like. Okay, I'll use an example. And my husband don't even know about this. I'll say just recently. He's looking at me side eye. I don't tell you everything.
Oh Lord, see.
Just recently, something happened that annoyed me. And I was going to take it to my husband. But you know what I did? I prayed on it first. And God, you know what God told me? He said, you need to look at yourself. And I was like, oh, what? Because that's not the answer I expected. And it was like, oh, what? You know, so I had to turn the mirror around. And so I said, oh, well, that don't need to be brought up then. I need to start with the man in the mirror and then from there. And I'll leave him to God. And it worked out. So I think that.
So what was
it? Like I said, I left it to God. God will handle you. I'm sure he talked to you about it.
No.
I'm sure he did. You might not have realized it, but I'm pretty sure he talked to you about it.
I haven't had any revelations yet. All right.
Well, what I know is that it worked out that way better than me bringing it to you. What's Chris like that?
Alan.
I forgot. We all, man and
right. We all want to know what it was, Minister.
I bet y'all do. It was just something that my husband did. I won't put it out there, but I will say it was something that he did that annoyed me. And I got mad about it. And so my way to handle it, at first I was going to be childish about it. It was like, well, I ain't doing nothing. But when I prayed on it, God was like, we don't act like that. And so he told me to look at myself, and I had to look at things that I was doing. And so I changed what I was doing, and in turn, and I said, well, Lord, please handle the situation with both of us. And in turn, in me changing the things that I was doing, I saw a change in him. Let's just say that. And so that being said, because women, okay, we got our issues. Now, I'm not trying to pick on women, and whatever woman's that's in here, feel free to chime in. But here's what I'm thinking. The reason why my husband said he don't have a nagging wife, because we're both grown. There is no need for me to be at his throat about everything.
Not to mention, I want to hear that.
Whatever. He is the king and I am the queen. He knows his roles, I know my role. If he does something that rubs me the wrong way and it calls for me to talk to him about it, I will. If it does not, first of all, the first person I take it to is God. The reason why I do that is because the Bible said the head of the household is a man. And the head of man is Christ. So if I have a problem with my husband, I'm not supposed to take it to his mother, brother, sister, my mother, brother, sister. I'm supposed to take it to the head of him.
Hey, Eunice, what's up, fam?
Hey, Eunice. So the head of him is Christ. That's where I'm supposed to take my complaints with. I think that women, and not knocking women that have a lot of girlfriends and stuff, but I think that one thing that can cause a problem in a relationship is if you have if you have a lot of girlfriends, or even your mother or something, and every little thing that happens you go running to them and telling them.
your sisters, your brothers,
instead of
anybody.
dealing with it within your relationship and taking it to where you're supposed to take it to, because there's not supposed to be anything in between here but him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's why I don't feel like that I should be nagging him about everything. And if you feel like that you need to nag your husband about everything, then maybe perhaps you need to reevaluate your relationship. That's just my opinion.
You know what? I think, when you have that kind of relationship um, where you kind of know each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
And are comfortable in your space, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's room for nagging, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I think nagging comes from there's something there um, that is either missing or something you're not happy about or something that someone's doing that you don't like, right? I think that's where the nagging comes from. Eunice said, "What is the topic?"
Women in relationships knowing when to be quiet. Like, some women don't know. They're like in everything because they're in a relationship. They got to say something to their man about every little thing. Some men say women nag too much. I mean, do you know in a relationship when to just shut up and be quiet? Because sometimes it calls for just shutting up. You ain't got to say something about every little thing. You ain't got to um nag I don't even. Let me ask the men. What do y'all consider nagging? Maybe I should ask that question. Baby, what do you consider nagging?
I got a list of things. You know what?
Eloise last one.
Uh,
Eleanor. What's Eleanor?
Curse. Elea. That's how she spells her name. Elea. This should come right up. I think nagging would be if I'm trying to watch the game and you come in 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, 9, 10, 11,000 times just for petty stuff.
Wait a minute, you said come in, or wouldn't you be out here watching the game?
No, I'm just saying.
Kidding, baby.
But if I'm watching a game and you coming in there and knowing that you really don't want anything.
Did you take out the garbage? Look up the definition. Now, I understand what the definition of Valley, but I want to know what men feel like the definition is.
I mean, I'm different, so I mean, I don't, I think that's nagging. I think just telling somebody something over and over and over and over and over again, that's nagging. Like if you say something, and I say, "Okay, I got you. Don't worry about it," and you come back 3 minutes later and say,
"You didn't take out the garbage,"
and then you come back 2 minutes later and say it again. That's nagging.
When are you gonna take out the garbage?
Right.
You said you was gonna take it out.
I'm gonna right. That's nagging. That's really, that gets on a nerve. That will make a last nerve jump out the window. For real.
So, Eunice asked a good question. She said, "How do you know when to say when?"
You mean as far as a woman is concerned? Can you kind of break that down, cuz?
Do you mean how do you know when not to say something?
Or when to say
no
something?
offense. Darren said, "No offense. Black women are strong-minded today, and sometimes they have no filters. So they speak their minds, but sometimes it's at the wrong time."
Exactly. That's knowing when to be quiet in a relationship.
And I'm glad he said black women, because that was my point. Most of the time they said black women, and he put it in a very nice way. He said we are strong-minded.
You are.
We are assertive. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing.
However, everything don't have to be a fight or a battle, or you don't have to raw every time.
Right.
I was a raw person. My sister tell you, everything. I got something to say about everything. I have learned. Well, you know what? I think it's this relationship. I have matured that everything don't have to be raw. And in this relationship, I don't feel the need to raw. So I
just do me.
It could be the relationship.
Because it could be. It could be. It very well could be.
I think that grown people, when you're in an adult relationship, there is no need
it's
for
so
raw.
much
it's
different.
It's
than your early years of being in a relationship.
There is no insecurities.
There's no doubts. There's no.
Hello.
This is the same person from last week on
That's
YouTube.
From overseas. Thank you for your support.
And we can't understand what you're writing, but
we
appreciate you for your support. And hello again. Thank you. What is it? KSUBG?
Jisubug Bosom 90.
Okay.
I guess it's in the
We're going to call you 90.
No, we're going to call you Bosom 90.
Bosom 90. Okay.
So I think that's what Bosom means.
FYI. Okay. So
you were saying in a mature relationship,
there's a lot of things that you don't have to worry about anymore, or that don't. Let's see. I don't want to. Well, you don't have to worry about it. There's a lot of things that don't come up like they used to, or a lot of things that we don't certainly jump on like we used to. You know what I'm saying? Valerie said what? Valerie
said, my phone ain't catching up, but Valerie said, when you say when to be quiet, many male leaders and men who have made great strides had a strong women that provided opinions, suggestions, advice, yes, sometimes demanding accountability to strengthen him. However, how do they demand it? Because when we look at the strong women that back the male leaders, we look at how they did. There was a decorum. They didn't shoot them down in front of people. They didn't rah-rah when they was talking. They did it in an assertive way. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the one who is, for instance, why did I get married to? Tasha, that's her real name. I don't know her name on the show. But you know how she was a very loud woman, very, every time she saw something, she would go at them no matter where she was at. They was in the airport and she arguing at him in the airport. She went on, he was a sports commentator. She went on his show and started yelling at him while he was on his show. So it's that type of demeanor that's not necessary. And also, some things you have to, sometimes you can say something to a man
and it'll piss him off.
No, not that. I remember mommy said, don't kick a man when he's down.
Right.
And so sometimes you just have to let them be. Like when they're in their thing, sometimes you let them be. And then sometimes you'll say to them, okay, now it's time for you to get up. Ain't nobody feeling sorry for you. But in a way, like Rocky and Adrian.
Perfect example.
She was able to tell him off, but not make him lose his manhood.
In a way that they had to argue or he'd feel bad about it.
Exactly.
Himself. Right. There's always a way to communicate. As long as the communication is there, I think that it's better for both parties. Darren Deek said, but why y'all
gotta be nerve-wracking.
Then he said, no strong-minded man wants a weak-minded woman.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But not all women are nerve-wracking either.
And look, and vice versa. No strong-minded woman wants
exactly.
a weak-minded man.
So again, I think it comes to the relationship. If you are evenly yoked and you're in a mature relationship, then
I think that's the perfect. Go ahead. I'm sorry, but when it hit me, I just said speak out. I just spoke out loud. A mature relationship.
A mature relationship. Then it is not a matter of when a woman should be quiet.
That's a nail on the head right there.
Valerie said there's a different. Why is my phone not catching up? Valerie said there's a difference between overbearing, loud, and LOL, who my sister used to be. And a woman that stands 2 toes down strong. Yeah.
You know.
Okay, Val, you didn't have to put that in there.
You know what? Contrary to everybody's belief, I think my brother Crunch, what's happening? Paul Bell, what's good, bro? I think if a strong-minded woman is going to speak her piece and she's going to say what she needs to say, right? And sometimes we could misconstrue a strong-minded woman for a woman that may be loud and unruly, right? It just depends on how it's done. You understand what I'm saying? If you're talking to me and you have something to say to me, if we talk about it behind doors and we not out in public and you screaming and stuff like that, I don't think a strong-minded woman would want to do that anyway.
I don't think a mature woman.
Right.
It's difference between
strong-minded
and mature.
Right. A mature woman wouldn't want to do that, right?
A classy woman does not need to. She's
like tripping all in
what's
public.
known don't need to be explained. I'll handle you at home.
Right.
And she'll just go about it. But which sort of is the way I am now. It's like, I won't let nothing bother me in public. Now, what we do behind closed doors is a whole different thing. While we're in public, won't everybody know anything is bothering me. We'll just move on. James said some women think talking loud or always responding is strong. That's wrong.
That's right. You're right.
You're right.
You're 100%.
Some women think that they gotta talking loud is overpowering in some way.
That's not the case at all. That's not the case at all.
Darren Deek said, but I bet she wasn't like that when they first met or was dating. Soon as she married him, she lost her mind. Like, I can talk to you any way I want to, and yes, you have to be evenly yoked. I think that some people think that once they get married, that they could just do whatever they want to.
No.
I do believe some people think that.
You know what? You have to still maintain some type of integrity about yourself. You still have to maintain some type of aura about yourself. DJ Bilal, what's up?
Hello.
You have to maintain and be mindful of the things that you say to your spouse, to your significant other, because I feel like just because you've been married for 5 or 10 years with someone does not give that person the okay to just be frivolous in what they say, be mentally abusive or verbally abusive, physically abusive, or anything. Just because we married does not give you the right to do what you feel you want to do that I don't agree with.
And I also think that, it's that phoniness that some women or some men, both women and men do it. They're phony until they get you. You know how when they're on their best behavior and they're acting
and then when y'all wake
way,
up, it's a whole other person.
Exactly.
Y'all get to the crib and the door closed, and it's a totally different
leg
person.
Come off. They got face come off.
Got 4 fingers, 1 tooth, and that's in back of the way back here.
Yeah, ask for a glass for the teeth.
Put the teeth in the glass.
Hello, April.
Got 19 toes all around the side of the foot.
James said we men honor respect from a woman. That's how we love. Women love to test those boundaries. They lose in the end. You know what? Let me tell you something. I learned a lesson when I was very, very young. Yes, they do. When I was young, I think it was my first boyfriend. It might have been my first boyfriend. I used to hit on him all the time because I knew he wouldn't hit me back. And so I used to hit on him all the time. Now I was young, dumb. My mother told me hitting ain't hitting unless you get hit back. And she also told me, she said, don't get it twisted. She said, a man is always stronger than a woman. And she said, so it only takes one time for a man to hit you and knock you out. But she really wanted me to know that just because he would not hit me does not give me the right to keep hitting on him. So I learned that lesson at a very, very young age. And from that point on, I knew not to hit a man just because he would not hit me. I say that because James is right.
100%.
You know, women sometimes feel like it's almost like they've been in bad relationships and they expect a man to act the same way that the past has acted. And when he don't act that way, they try to test the limits to see why he's not acting that way, or to try to break him or make him act that way, which is, again, if you're in a mature relationship, you don't do stuff like that.
Yeah, I had a woman tell me one time, "You're too nice." What does that mean? You're too nice, because I chivalry is not dead with me. I open the door, I'll pull out a chair, you know, I don't understand what "you're too nice" meant. I never did. And when she told me that, I was like, okay, you know, that was sarcasm at its highest, trying to hide what she really wanted to say, so to speak. You know what I mean? So I just fell back.
No, that was her mental capacity. That her mental was all messed up, and you know, that's like somebody who said, "Well, I deserve what I get." Their mental is messed up.
Yeah, I just think that, you know, knowing when to, knowing when to be quiet in a relationship comes from you being able to deal with your mate and y'all knowing each other. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like the instance, I know we talk about it all the time, but the instance when you let the police in the house and I was getting ready to fight the officer.
Oh, that's a perfect example.
And you knew when to, you really were able to diffuse the situation the way that you did, so that me and Elijah wasn't,
in harm's way.
Wasn't in harm's way or putting those police in harm's way.
Well, what I mean by harm's way, because if y'all had to do something to the police, that would have been harmful to y'all.
Yeah, it would have.
So that's a perfect example. See, that's nice knowing hat. When
everybody's telling me about your hat. Baby.
Yes, because thank you, because this hat is just a representation of how I am my mom's favorite.
You said what? She said what? She gonna rate the show? April?
I don't know. I gotta go back. I gotta go back. I should write after the show.
Oh. Yeah, you should.
So that's a perfect example, because a lot of people say, well, why did you handle it the way you handled it? See, when you know your mate, now, as far as a woman's concerned, that's an example of, a woman know that her man is protective of her, or maybe a little overprotective. So she goes and start trouble somewhere so that her man can get, what movie was that? Where the girl was like, my man gonna kick your butt. And she was just busy talking her junk. And her man got knocked out because of her. That is a perfect example of when you should be quiet. Now, I know my husband is very overprotective of me. So I had to do something to de-escalate the situation because that put our family in harm. Because those police was in trouble and didn't even know it. Okay, we are so far down. I have to go back. Okay.
I think it's starts.
Hello.
Who is this?
Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all must have met my first wife. LOL. Heckle and Jekyll. That was from Darren Dees. Valley said, hi, April, call me. DJ Royale said, okay, you are right. Eunice said, let's say the man have pictures of his ex-wife on his social media page, displaying their happy time. They are now divorced for some years. Currently, he is in a relationship with you. You ask him to delete the pics. He moves slow about it, or at all, or not at all, probably, and even gives you kickback about it. Would that woman be considered a nagging woman if she approaches him again about the matter?
No.
Let me wait.
Nope.
Let me just say this.
Nope.
Why would that bother you? Why does the pictures bother you? He had He had Facebook before he met you. So why would the pictures bother you? My husband, well, do you have pictures on there of other women in you? Well, he don't have no pictures of me. But
the only pictures that I have on Facebook, if they are with someone, is you and my family. I don't really put
but you know what?
Pictures up like
this is the second time.
This has come up.
I want to know why would that you are with him now. And he shouldn't have to. He had a life before you. It's okay. He with you now. Is he talking to his ex-wife all the time? I mean, is he around her all the time? That's his memories. Do I have pictures? I have them somewhere. I think I had pictures of me.
I've seen pictures of you and other people. And
I'm sure I have pictures of me and other people.
I don't get upset.
I don't put too much on Facebook, so I'm not a Facebook person
anyway.
So,
but the thing is with me is this, and here's a perfect example. There's nothing you can do about a person's past. There's nothing you can do about something that happened before you. If it happened before you, what can you do about it? What needs to happen is you start with that person from where you are and where they are at this point. And whatever happened with her and her ex, one of her exes was on here earlier. He was on here a little. I don't know if he's still.
You gotta put him out.
No, I'm just saying. No.
He might not want to be out.
That's all right, but I'm just saying. We all
well,
grown
adults. He didn't say his name, so I guess it's okay.
We all are grown adults on here. Like, come on, man. Let's be for real. There's been plenty of times my exes popped in, and we.
Matter of fact, if we want to be honest about it, he deleted me from his Facebook, and he friends with him. So,
but I'm just saying.
Not that I have a problem with that, but I'm just saying.
Listen, I'm just saying that it's in the person. It's in the person's maturity to understand what that is. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not going to get pissed off.
Does he have pictures of you
have a
and
show and he joins in the show. Just like, for my birthday.
Yeah.
Your ex came here for one of your, and he's the
coolest dude. He's not just an ex. Yeah, he's family.
Y'all are childhood friends.
Yeah, he's
and he is a great guy.
We just happen to have
He's
messed around.
He's a great human being. Yo, I'm so glad to have had the chance because I've heard them speak about this brother all the time. And I was just so glad to be able to meet him. He's such a cool brother, man. I really love him. He's a good dude, man. He's a good dude.
Ride or die for life. He's my friend for life. But here's the thing, that does not affect this.
What we have, right?
This is nothing. As y'all can see, there's nothing but the Almighty in between here. So why are you upset about, does he have pictures of you? Maybe y'all should do some Facebook pictures. Is that why? You have to look at the reason why. And that's what I said earlier about when I had a problem with him. I took it to God first. And then I looked at the reason why.
I'm sorry for cutting you off. And then you could read some of the comments because this.
I know.
Y'all see this picture behind my wife? Go the other way, baby. Come this way. If y'all look on Facebook, that's up there.
Yeah,
that's about one of the only ones.
We don't do Facebook pictures that much. Social media is such a damager for. I think people allow social media to just break you up, and social media is nothing, y'all. It's cyberspace. It's nothing. It's not real. This is real.
Right.
You and the person is supposed to be real, not some. Who cares?
All right.
Let that go. Okay, so we want to know what. Okay, I'm trying to get April. Okay, Eunice was the last. Okay. Eunice said, nice hat. Thank you. Valerie said, most people bring the experiences they have seen or been exposed to. Partners have to discover what healthy looks like. Great example. Valerie told me that. She taught me that. She taught me that about a person I was with. She said, maybe you're with that person so God can show you how a man is supposed to treat a woman. And oh my God, thank you. And that's my big sister. So, that was one of the many good advice my big sister gave me. And that made so much sense. Darren says, see, I agree. She wanted me to beast. And when I didn't or tried to walk away, she mushed me in the head or blocked my way, trying to force my hand. But mama ain't raised no food. That's right, another thing. Some women will provoke you to hit them so they can call the cops on you.
I was in a situation like that. I lived here, and the police, the sheriffs, two sheriffs were married. A man and woman were married, but they both worked for the sheriff's department, and they lived right in the next apartments. Like if we knocked on the wall, they could hear us. If they knocked on the wall, we could hear them. That's how close they used to live. And this woman, man, she used to try to provoke me to go crazy, and you know what I mean. That's the one that slapped me that time, and I told her if she was a dude, she just would not understand the wrath of the hand that would have struck down on her. Oh, but anyway, go ahead.
April said I was talking about. April said she would call you, Valerie, right after the show. Valerie said it is not so much of women being quiet; it's about learning through growth and self-reflection.
Hey,
amen.
That was very well said. I love you,
mommy.
Sister.
Mommy said, "Nice hat." Thank you. And you see, I was just trying to show people about the proof of favor.
Would you read the comments, please?
I had to take a drink. Okay. Preach, preacher. Darren said, why would that bother you? It's his past. He is with you now. Exactly. Mom said, look, Terry, you have to be objective, and everyone is not where you are. Behave. Okay, Mom, I'll be good.
Okay.
Here, Frank. Great point. Kudos. April said, now see, I don't know. Eunice said, wedding pictures, engagement pics, kissing and hugging, LOL.
Eunice, if that's his if that's his prerogative and he has those pictures up and he didn't take them down, the only thing I could say that might bother his significant other, if he's there sitting looking at those pictures with the dreamy eye and like wondering, and they say something to him and he can't hear nothing because he's so into those pictures and he's always talking about that moment and this and that, that's a problem. But if they're just pictures that are up and the brother, he ain't really paying it no mind or whatever, it is what it is.
It's okay, Colin.
Thank you, Darren D. He said nice hat. Thank you, sir.
Valerie said, no, Terry, if she feels disrespected, she has a right to address it. It is love for her should make him take her feelings into consideration. That's true. That's true.
That's true. That's true.
But again, if he doesn't take them down, then you know where he stands. And maybe the conversation should not be a demand for him to take it down.
Maybe she should ask.
Why? Because some people use Facebook as a
tool in
a book,
right?
What do you call it? Picture book. What do you call it?
A photo album.
A photo app. Facebook is the new photo app. That and Instagram, social media is the new.
Emily Ford on YouTube. Hello, how are you?
Hi, Emily Ford. I wonder if she's fan.
Carmen Brown, what's up?
Hey, and the topic was again by Carmen.
Yeah, this topic was summoned by Carmen. Oh, what'd she say? Peace and love to the room.
So I'm not saying that women should be quiet and be disrespected. What I'm saying is there's a right way and a wrong way to do anything.
Things. Yeah. There's definitely a right way and a wrong way to handle things.
And so what I'm saying is that you don't have to be like, for instance, you said Eunice used the example of she told him to take him down and he's slow about it. So should the person say something again? Well, the problem I think
she was saying would that be considered nagging?
Yeah. I think the problem would be telling somebody instead of a conversation. There should be a conversation.
And then, I mean, I think that once you have that conversation and you've asked them to take that down and they feel like, that they don't need to take them down, that your relationship is what it is, or whatever the case may be. If they don't decide that they want to take those down, then I wouldn't actually press the point and, keep asking them about those pictures, because I just think that if it's something that they really want done, they'll do it. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, if there was something in my wife's relationship, in one of her past relationships, or things that happened in her past relationship, if none of that stuff had nothing to do with me, then I care because it's her. And on her behalf, I want her to be okay. But I mean, like, there ain't nothing I can do about none of that. And I'm not going to, there's too much energy for me to put in the air to try to trip about every little thing or that's too much energy, man.
Too much work.
Too much work.
We're too lazy for that.
I don't have time.
We're too lazy.
Listen, man, I'm 54. I don't got time for all of that, man.
I could be using that energy doing something else.
No,
I could be sleeping.
Yeah, I don't have time to be digging in and doing all of that. I could be
watching a good movie.
Yeah.
James said people keep pics for a reason. So to say there's no reason. Exes should be taken down if you no longer have feelings. Being reluctant shows they still care. So let me ask you a question. What's wrong with still caring about your ex? Is that really bad? Are you supposed to be like out like them and I'm not speaking to them no more? What is wrong with still caring about your ex? Do you still care about Vera? Do you still care about Cheryl?
I care about Vera because we have two children together.
Do you still care about Cheryl?
Yeah.
What is wrong with that? Am I supposed to be mad because he still care about his ex-wives?
I care.
He married them for a reason.
And see, here's the thing. Me and Vera have a beautiful, wonderful, excellent relationship. She's the mother of my children. My other ex-wife, we have a friendship. And she's a good friend. And that's, that's what that is. I care about them, because I have a past with them. We have history.
Oh, Mom. Oh, I got to read this. Mom said, my feelings are as such, and this is ditto. If a person is made to feel really secure in a relationship, you will care less about a picture, a story, etc.
Right.
Amen. Amen. Let me read that again. If a person is made to feel really secure in a relationship, you will care less about a pic, a story, etc. I agree. James said, for us men, it's disrespectful. Not all men. I still care about Michael. I love Michael.
Yeah, that's not
There's other people that I care about. Are you feeling some kind of way about that?
I don't feel disrespected about none of them, because I'm going to tell you right here, right now, ain't none of them going to do what I do.
Amen.
Ain't none of them going to make her feel the way I make her feel.
Amen.
Ain't none of them going to be as attentive to her as I am. Because if they were, I wouldn't be with her. It'd be somebody else. So I know that I'm good in my area. I know that I'm good in what I do. I know what I bring to the table. I know my worth, and I know how to treat her. I know how to be attentive to her. I know how to take care of her every need. And I'm good with that. I don't have to worry about, some other dude saying something or whatever the case
Ain't
may
no
be.
other man.
Another man could hit on her, hey baby, what's happening? Blah, blah, blah. As long as he ain't disrespectful and grab her, grope her, or something like that, you say what you want to say. I'm not getting upset with that because number one, I know in my mind and in my heart, if somebody said something, hey baby, how you doing? She's gonna talk to them and put them in their place. I know that she's gonna do that without me standing there or not. I know what she's gonna do already. If it gets overbearing where he's, super persistent, then when I step in, it's a different story. It might be a slap around going on or something, you know. Let me stop.
And see, even with that, I have to be careful because I can't run and tell my husband, he said this, every little thing, because I know how my husband is. And to protect my husband, it's not about, oh, he gonna get jealous or it's about I want to protect my man. And some things I'll put in check so that I won't have to worry about him being in jail. Okay? So I handle it. And I don't have to run back and forth and tell him every little thing just to see his reaction because women do that.
Yeah, so Carmen said, amen. James Robbins said, that's how women think. We men don't think like
that.
Right. Hey, that's Carmen Brown saying hi to Darren.
Having pics kissing your ex is disrespectful to us men. Trust me.
I mean, now, I'm going to tell you something. I can't lie. My heart just felt something about that. Even though that happened before me, if you had pictures on Facebook of you kissing your ex and, and I don't know how I would feel about that.
I mean, but where would I have the pictures at? And why would I? Okay, so I might have the pictures.
I mean, if it's up in your folder and somebody sees
it, why would I show it
but
to
I mean,
you?
if you posted it like that or something like that, then of course I would feel. I would probably
even if it was in the past, like it's been there. Like when we first met, it was already there, and I just never took it down.
No.
I agree with Mom. I feel like that.
If you're secure in your spot, you got to worry about it.
Your man or your woman makes you feel so secure that you're not worried about pictures or nothing. I like my sister have put out there, and like I said, I'm in a mature relationship now. I'm different in this relationship than I've been in any other relationship, but it's a reaction to an action.
Mm-hmm.
The way this man makes me feel, there's not a man that will ever touch him. And although we talked about this, he don't like when I say this, but that's my little thing about I will follow him to the grave and my spirit to eternity with him. Because this man does what he is supposed to do as a husband. And that's just, there's not nobody else out there to make me feel like this man make me feel. I don't care who they are. Because why? Because this is my gift from God. So God knew what I needed, and God gave me what I needed. That's a mature relationship.
The same here, because I mean, like we've both been through 2 marriages, and this is the 3rd one, and I mean, all kinds of things. But I just believe that if you're secure in your area and your relationship, and you know what you're doing, you know what you want, you're mindful, you're respectful, you know what I mean, and all of those things, I don't think that there's a problem. I don't think that there should be a problem with picks up or, different little things that happen before you. You know what I mean?
My husband talks to his exes.
I talk to them all the time. And it don't bother me. And she talks to her exes, and I don't trip. I ain't one of those that walk out the room and close the door to slam my ear on the door to hear what's being said. I could care less what they talking about.
Listen,
I got music to make.
Hatchett Chronicles. It's me and him. Who's sitting here?
Facts.
Who do I see every day? Who do I feed every day and wake up with every day? So what I'm worried about, whatever they talk about or do on cyberspace, that's their business. All power to them. But again, I'm not lacking for anything. I'm not lacking for attention.
I will get cussed out if they say something wrong about her.
I'm not lacking for attention. I'm not lacking for I want this and my husband don't give me this and I can't.
I'm trying to cut her check as it is, and it just ain't happening.
I don't have those issues. So, and I got things to do. I ain't got time to sit up here because guess what? If a person gonna do, they gonna do regardless. There ain't nothing you can do to stop it. If they got a thing for their ex and they want to cheat with their ex, they gonna do it. Yeah. So let's say pictures up. Let's say they take all the pictures down. You don't see no pictures and you don't see no signs about the ex. That don't mean that they ain't cheating with the exes because you don't see it.
Because you don't see the pictures, right?
The pictures might be a way of showing you that he's not cheating because, hey,
they there. Distraction.
Yeah.
You worried about the wrong thing.
Yeah, I'm just saying. If he with you, he with you. If he not, maybe you should think about the relationship. I don't know. Darren said, my second wife became friends with my first wife. God rest her soul. They talked on the phone and everything. And I felt weird when it first happened. But I realized if that's what helps you to be more secure, then hey, do you. Carmen said, I love you, Terry. Protect your man. I love you too, Carmen. James said, big difference in a man being secure and feeling disrespected. That's what a lot of women get wrong.
You're right. You're right about that. I'm going to address that. Go ahead.
Eunice said, I agree with James. Nothing wrong with caring about your ex, but I don't have my ex displayed on my social media. Wedding pics, engagement pics, hugging, kissing, that's your past. That's over. Who wants to see that? So put some pictures of you and him up there hugging and kissing. That might be
right.
An answer.
No, yeah.
An ex of mine sit in her male cousin's lap at a cookout in front of me. She said, what was the big deal? I let her sister sit in my lap, and we have never had that problem again.
I know that's right.
That's a way of.
I know that's right, bro. Right.
Well, there you go, Eunice. That's the answer right there. Ask him how he would feel. But again, I think it's a conversation. It's not like take them down or else.
Or what Crunch did. I think that was a perfect way to come back.
That is.
That was perfect. That was super perfect.
Carmen said, come on here, somebody. I was ecstatic when he met you because truth be told, in my opinion, none of those other chicks was for him. He's happier. He looks better. And hallelujah, he's doing what he was blessed to do now. That he has you. Thank you, guys.
You know what? We asked you to be on the Chronicles. We ain't asked you to do it. We asked you to do all that.
I think for Eunice, I think it's communication. I really do. I think it's communication. I think that calls for a long conversation. Sit down. We need to talk about something. Something is bothering me. And that's what I'm talking about. You choose your battle. Right. Some things, like I said, I had a problem this week. That wasn't worth bringing up. Some things are conversation. Remember that conversation we had like last year, a few months ago, and Mommy, when we had Bible study, remember? And I
how many Bible studies we had?
No, it was during the time that we were having Bible study.
You know how many? What was it? I'm trying to think.
The thing on Facebook, and I made a mistake, and You look like it was doing like my phone is doing. I thought I was on, like we're on your page now on Facebook page, and I thought I was on my page, and I jumped on and the conversation, and I told you about it, and we had a conversation. Remember? And then I told you, mommy had said something, and didn't even know what she was going on. She had prayed because you didn't come to that Bible study.
Okay. I don't remember.
You was having a conversation with somebody online. You don't remember that, baby?
Was I in an interview or I was having?
No, you was having a conversation with a female.
Okay.
And you said something to her, and I said that was disrespectful.
Oh.
God, you are so old,
Look, I don't, because once we talk about stuff, and it's like that's I guess that's.
Hey, Crystal.
I guess that's being mature, right?
Yeah, it is
a mature conversation.
But I remember things
when we talked about that. See, that's the thing about me and you. Well, you too, but me more so because if we have an issue, when we talk about it right there and it's resolved,
that's it.
I never bring it up again. You never bring it up again. And it's to the point where it's so resolved that just like you trying to tell me about it right now, and I was seriously lost about that. I had no idea what you was talking about.
Well, that being said, that was a conversation. And I guess in that case, some people would have got and I'm not going to put our business out there, but let me just say this. What happened was my husband was talking to one of his female friends, and he said something that I felt was disrespectful.
That was inappropriate.
Inappropriate. Right. So, and how I found out about it is that when we do Hatchett Chronicles on my husband's page, and sometimes I forget to switch back. Like now, as soon as we get off of Hatchet Chronicles, I will switch back to my page. Because if I don't, I will forget. I'll shut down the computer and I'll forget I'm on my husband's page. And so when I go to get on Facebook, I'm on Facebook like it's my page. And then I realize, what's going on? I don't know these people. And then I realize I'm on his page. Or like right now, there's something wrong with my phone where every time he gets a message from Facebook, it comes on my phone because of something he did or I did. I don't know what happened, but I can't seem to switch it over. So that's what happened for me to see the message. I was jumping on Facebook thinking I was on my page, and I was actually on his page. And I just happened to see the message. Now, maybe some women would have got upset and went to him arguing. I didn't. It was like, hey. And I explained to him how I even saw it, because it wasn't like I was snooping or like looking on his page, because I don't have time for that. And I was like, hey, I went to jump on my Facebook. I was on your Facebook, and I saw this conversation. And I saw that you said so-and-so. That was kind of disrespectful and inappropriate. That made me feel some kind of way.
And I was so hurt. I cried about that. I really did. I'm not ashamed to say, I'm a real dude, man. And it hurt me because I was trying to explain to her that the conversation wasn't that type of conversation. It was just that, sometimes that's how we talk to each other, whatever. And this was somebody that I met way before my wife or whatever the case. And, for me, it was just talking. It was just having a conversation. And when my wife told me that, I cried because that was not my intent. And I didn't know that she saw that. But when she did, it made me feel bad. It made me feel really terrible because she knows that I won't disrespect her like that. You know what I mean? So it really hurt me. And it hurt me a lot. It hurt me a lot.
So Valerie said, that's what I mean. Speaking on something is not talking too much. It is addressing things that could potentially cause desertion. I can't say the word.
Desertion?
Dissension.
Dissension? Where is it? Okay.
Right there.
The last thing?
Yes.
Dissension.
Yeah, dissension.
Okay. But there's stuff it's a whole lot you ain't read.
Carmen said, "That's right, couples. If you agree to forgive him or her, never bring up again. Okay,
that's right.
It's not good." And okay, that's the point of talking too much, Valerie, or nagging, because like, okay, so we had that conversation. So nagging or talking too much would be me keep on harping on it. It was over. It was solved.
Right.
If I keep on harping on it, then
what's
the point?
Yeah. Chrissy said, so "I miss Auntie so much."
Yeah. Tony's mother.
Oh.
Crystal. Okay. I'll explain who Chrissy is. Chrissy, this is my husband.
Hey, cousin.
I'll explain all about that. But that is the point of, we don't mean, Valerie, shut up, woman ain't supposed to say nothing. It's like there's a time.
An appropriate time to do everything, really.
Yeah. And once you had a conversation, don't keep hopping on. Let it go.
And I want to say this, that even though the topic was for women, the topic goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? When should a woman or a man know when to be quiet and let what's happening be what it's supposed to be for that time? You know what I mean?
Carmen said, "Love is never keeping a record of wrong." Amen.
Ooh, say that again.
Amen.
Say that again. Say that again.
April said, "I'm trying. I'm learning."
Yeah, you.
Leave beautiful alone. It's about.
I'm gonna bust her on the back of her.
No, you not.
What?
You ain't messing with beautiful.
Hey, April.
It's about just, again, in the beginning, my husband and I said maturity. You grow in a relationship, and someone you care about, you grow with.
And it's communication.
And let's be honest, there is no perfect person. Okay, now my husband is perfect to me, but that don't mean
I'm perfect.
Yeah, that don't mean he's perfect. That don't mean he don't make mistakes.
Right.
That don't mean he don't get on my nerves. That don't mean that don't mean that I don't get on his nerves. But maturity is that we ain't gotta sit up there and nag each other and
go back and forth.
Yeah, we can talk. Communication is number one. Communication
is key.
Listen, hey, we need to solve this, and you can sit down for hours until you come to an agreement, and it don't have to be no big argument or fight or all that. Darren, Darren said, "Yes, I agree. If you forgive me, then let it go. I breathe without you bringing it up."
That's nagging.
That's nagging. It's true.
Rah, rah.
People are going to learn to be quiet when their team gets knocked out the playoffs. You know what?
That comment should have never came across.
Ain't nobody talking about no teams.
If that's the case, that comment right there should have been out when the Giants was out. Oh, my badness.
This is not the platform for you two to be arguing about Cowboys and Giants.
You know what's up when we rolling up. So look, y'all, with that being said, we're a couple minutes past our time.
Are we? Oh my God, this went so fast.
It went fast. Yes,
Mom said, "Yes, Deacon, I hear you. Please don't tell me every 15 minutes.
What y'all doing?"
Rara said, "I didn't mean to hit in on that hole y'all doing."
You know what? Whatever, sucker. Hey, Ra, I love you, man. Word up. Be my guy.
Yes.
Great topic. Thank you, Eunice.
Thank Carmen for the topic.
Yeah, this Hatchett Chronicles was sponsored by Carmen Brown.
Yes. And we really, really
thank you, cuz.
Enjoyed it.
Thank you for the
It really was a good topic.
For the topic.
And I guess, baby, sum it up.
Well, to sum it all up, I guess
I love you more than him.
That's only because you deal with bean pies.
No,
but
it's
anyway,
not. He's a number one.
Whatever. To sum it all up, man, I think that if you have communication, you communicate, and
if you're mature
enough, then your relationship should be okay. And I mean, and don't you? It's like you really can't worry about, what happened before you. If you concern yourself with what happens before you, you give that thing so much power that you start to draw a wedge in between the relationship that you have with your spouse now or your significant other, because you're giving something else that power. Instead of giving that power, take that time and put into what you have now, and prayerfully that'll work. So, like I said, with that being said, man,
and it's not about being quiet. It's just about conversation and not knowing when you fight your battles. You choose your battles. You don't have to talk about all of them. Darren said, yes, I cooked the meatloaf, scalloped potatoes, and green beans during this whole segment, and I'm finished. Man,
well, get your eat on, my brother. Go
ahead
now.
Can you fax me something? That sounds
What
wonderful.
up, Wolf?
Hey, brother.
Rara said, y'all already know. Carmen said, boo, 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 boo. Brown. You know what? What's up, Ack? Thank you, cousin. You're welcome, cousin. So, look, with that being said, man, any new upcoming thing that we have going on,
check the website.
You can check the website.
Tomorrow, DJ Bilal.
And Eunice.
6 to 8.
Yeah, 6 to 8 is DJ Bilal on Untapped Music Radio.
Airtime.pro. At 8 o'clock is Eunice on Facebook and YouTube. Facebook she will be she'll be interviewing Mikey Amore. Mikey Amore is
an independent artist.
Yeah, he's my second artist that I signed in Virginia, his son. And so listen out for his music. His music is on Untapped Music Radio every Friday at 6:30. You can hear Mikey and Moore's music. He's a really talented brother.
One of them youngins.
Yeah. So look out for Eunice tomorrow. The repeat will be Wednesday on Untapped Music Radio. And what else we got coming up?
We got DJ Bilal. We said that, right?
Yeah, Tuesday.
Next Saturday I'll be on DY Music Radio.
This coming Saturday.
Yeah, well, this coming Saturday I'll be on DY Music Radio at 10 o'clock on the Set It Off show. I'll be on there from 10 to 11. So 10 in the morning to 11, I'll be on DY Music Radio.
And
y'all go. I will put the link up. So Hatchett Chronicles family, come out, man. Support me next Saturday.
It's also on the website. The link is also on the website.
On the website too.
Everything that's going on is on the website, so you can go to the website and hit the link. Eunice is on the website. DJ Bilal. Also Darren Deeks. Look out for him. He's coming up. Look at Sunday morning worship with Minister T. Hatchett. My theme song in the morning is by Darren Deeks.
Right.
And look out for more of his music.
He is crazy. He is talented. God has blessed that man with a gift. And I'm super, super happy to be working with him. I don't want to let the cat out the bag, but he'll be down here next month for us to rock out. But anyway,
AIM.
Rock out. AIM. April.
Armstrong International
Where
Meeting.
is she? I need that song.
2022.
What song you need, April?
The theme song for Champion. We are
Warriors.
Warriors, yeah. That's the one you need.
Carmen and Darren, I'm putting something together and we're gonna do a three-way collab for the Lord. So with that being said,
I got you.
We forgot about something. Y'all go to the
website.
Go to the website.
I put it in.
Everything was updated today. So if we missed anything, you could definitely go to the website. The website is in the feed.
At the top.
She's putting it in again right now. So yeah, go to the website, man. We got a lot of exciting things happening, a lot of exciting things going on. We'll be going over the Roku in a minute. That's gonna be super exciting. Man, there's so much content we have.
Artwork, graphics,
everything.
CA Poetess April J. Armstrong. Look out for her stuff coming out also.
Yeah, we got a single we're supposed to be dropping really soon on April J. That's crazy. It's called A Friend. Y'all need to look out for that. I played that on my show a couple times, and they went into the hills and came out going crazy. So yeah.
We're getting caught up, but
we was down for a minute, but we back. We back on it.
We hit the road running.
And we hitting it hard, and we coming at y'all with some things.
Yes, yes.
And look, Eunice said, I'm so
excited about AIM. That's right. We are all a family.
We are all so excited. I am super excited too. Thank you, Mom. Congratulations. Thank you.
Oh, and by the way,
Rara said, what? Yo, I might be out there. I can't.
In March. All right,
yes,
brother.
Sir. Yo, Rod, yeah, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
My mom said congratulations to her favorite.
Oh, whatever. And April said, I'm excited as well. No doubt. That's what's up. So, yeah, man. Come on, Rod.
I love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom. Love you. I love all y'all. So, look,
okay, I'm going to behave myself.
With that being said, we are the Hatchett Chronicles.
This is Hatchett Chronicles.
We thank you for spending your hour with us. Y'all could have been anywhere, doing anything, but you spent the hour with us, and we thank you for that. We definitely appreciate the Hatchett Chronicle family. So with that being said, we are the Hatchett Chronicles. We are out, and we will see y'all Sunday, prayerfully, and then Monday, prayerfully. Peace and love.
Peace and love.